Greetings everyone, welcome to Girls Peace Talk episode 12. I'm Laiba from Pakistan, Youth Ambassador of Global Peace Institute, and I have my partner Samreen from Pakistan too. Today we are going to
Greetings
talk
to
about
everybody.
today we are going to talk about gender equality. So we will start with what basically gender equality is. Gender equality is when people of all genders, male, female, and transgenders, have equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities. When Samreen and I were discussing this topic, I was a little confused whether what to discuss and what to say. Our reason for this was I never faced it. Alhamdulillah. I'm getting all opportunities and everything that I deserve to become a strong female to stand out anywhere. By working on this topic with my partner Samreen, I realized the importance of a saying by Malala Yousafzai that I would read for you guys. I raise my voice, not so I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. We'll be talking about the importance for need to be aware about the global peace, about the gender equality, and how to promote it. Over to you, Samreen.
Yes, thank you, Laiba. Well, gender equality is a state in which one's gender doesn't determine one's opportunities, freedom, or importance. Laiba, I want to share with you that there are some tools which are used to achieve gender equality. One of it is called gender parity. This is a measure of gender equality in a given situation. And the other is gender equity, which is allocating resources in men and women. When I researched about the gender equality, I came to know that according to UNDP research, there is no country where women have equal or greater freedom or resources than men. Well, I felt really disappointing. But on the other side, many nations, when surveyed, have made progress towards the equality. Gender equality is so essential that it is the Sustainability Development Goal SDG 5, and we are right now talking about it. What do you say that, Laiba? Why do you think it's important for the people to be aware about the gender equality?
Well, we must all know the importance of gender equality in able to establish it. Gender inequality affects everyone, including man and children. These rules or ethics that how every gender must be treated equally begins in childhood up until the adulthood. Not almost everyone experiences inequality in the same manner. Everyone have a different manner to experience it, and someone may not take it really serious. Children classify jobs and activities as specific to boys and girls. Girls usually receive 11% less pocket money than boys. Not I, because we are three siblings and and all are girls. All differences begin here. Why can't I, Samreen, or any other girl ride a bike, work at a fire station? Why can't we be CEO or own a company? We can do everything, and I'm so proud to say, yes, being a young girl, on Friday, 1st January 2021, my energetic friend Samreen sitting here with me started New Year by riding a bicycle for 56 kilometers. That's a huge distance. Well done, Samreen. So proud of you. Young girls are
Thank
less likely to take part in organized sports. Why? They have the right to live a healthy life. No gender rules should affect behavior, study choices, ambitions, and their attitude behavior about relationships. Today, more older women are at risk of homelessness than men just because they do not have financial security, health, and well being. We really need to finish this trauma soon.
Totally agree with you, Laiba. Totally agree. Thank you so much for mentioning my right. And yes, in our society where many people refuse to accept girls' ability to do anything other than domestic work, had made me conclude only one thing, that a woman who cannot plan and decide her life, her family, her career, her activities is not free. If women are unable to define themselves and their own terms, intellect, and accomplishment, then they will never dream or be able to build strong community and strong
Absolutely
country.
correct.
Yes, it requires, every individual and societal change, on many frames. Women working together can move this change forward. Women as a leader can do wonders, as we all know that Prime Minister of New Zealand, Miss Jacinda Ardern, if I am pronouncing her name right, she played a marvelous role in pandemic, and she was world famous that she controlled the situation in the best way. Women are 52% of the population, so they must be encouraged to utilize their capabilities, in all fields of life. And if
Absolutely
you
correct.
talk about the gender inequality, believe me, this is such type of disease of the society which causes the further impairment in society, which is like gender-based violence, mental illness, anxiety, and even suicidal attempts are these the few examples of those impairments which are caused just by gender inequality. All right.
You know,
So I would like Laiba, that can you share that as gender equality is a fight for human rights, and we all deserve to live in a safe and equal society. So let's discuss about the benefits of gender equality.
I really don't understand why people say that gender equality is a fight for women. It is absolutely a fight for human rights. All genders must be treated with dignity, respect, and fairness, and we all deserve to live a life like that. Gender equality is a solution to many problems, I think. It must be discussed to spread awareness. Gender equality is something that leads to better racial equality, reduce terrorism that we are facing in our country, Pakistan, a lot. It leads to better legal protection from domestic, sexual, and economical violence. Most importantly, it leads to peace that we all want in our future life. States with
Definitely.
better gender equality are less likely to use military force. That is why they succeed. When a country addresses area of gender inequality like education, employment, it fosters peace. And we all dream for that. Economy of a state increases too. Businesses with at least 30% of women in leadership position are 15% profitable, and that was shocking for me. I was so shocked to know this. Gender inequality keeps women and their families trapped in cycle of poverty that we need to reduce. Or you can say we really need to end that because we don't want to face poverty. Everyone wants to live a happy, successful life where they can get everything. So, have you ever experienced gender inequality?
Absolutely agreeing with you, Laiba. Yes, I would love to share with you some of the incidents which I have faced in my surrounding with my friends or with me. One of the very disappointing incident that my friend has shared with me, that when she was working with an organization and it was about the increment of the salary. So the boss called the two employees, herself and a colleague, and literally he asked her that what she will do with the money if she will get this increment. And he really incremented her salary on a very low level, and he had given a handsome amount to the other colleague, and he said that this is the male member and he is married and he has lots of responsibility, so he needs it, that's why he deserves to have a handsome amount, while you are unmarried and you don't need that much money. What will you do out of it? At that moment, I was really upset and I thought, what a discrimination. And this is none of his business that what she
Obviously,
will
this
do,
is
or
so
if
sad to hear
really
it.
she is. Yes, and if she is needy or whatever is the situation with her, why should she tell to the boss that why she needs that money and how he
Obviously,
is.
I would never tell that to. Like, why should I tell the boss I need money? Obviously, everyone earning needs money.
Yeah, and how you can be so judgmental just on the basis of the marital status, or on the or it is gender based. So whatever, but it's quite discrimination. It is not something you call gender equality or even equality. So these are few of the example. One example I would like to share with you what happened with me is just recently when I participated in a race, and that was a cycling race, obviously, and it was a really tough, challenging task when we have to do an uphill ride, and it was really tough. I was also injured in that race, badly, but I scored the second position, and
Wow.
you could not imagine that there was a huge difference among the incentives which were given at the end in the prize distribution ceremony. And when the boys were announced as the winner, first, second, third, they received their cash prize, and the girls as first, second, third received their prizes. And you wouldn't believe that when I asked to the management that what is this, so they said because they are the boys and they are more pro, that's why we are giving them. And I said them that this is not fair. If we are participating, we are putting the same effort. So this is, a
Obviously,
dilemma
this is
where.
not at all an excuse.
Yes, and this is unfair that you are not appreciating or value, you are not giving the value to the effort what the woman is putting into it. And obviously, we won the competition and we were having the competition among women. It doesn't mean that we do not deserve to be appreciated at the same level. So, this is where I've really faced the inequality. And
You know,
similarly, yeah,
just an hour before this peace talk, I read something strange, and I would like to read it for you. In my phone, I read it. I was using Instagram, and I just read it. There was a post, and it was written that the women of our ancestors used to ride horses, travel, go to wars, and trade in markets. We had the social worthy of all sorts of empowerment. Why is it not so now? Like this was written, and there were two pictures. In one, there was someone from past riding a horse, and it was written, "This is glorious." And on the other side, there was a woman from nowadays, and she was riding a bike, and it was written, "This is not okay." Like people mentality, it has so changed. I don't know why people think like this. That why can't we ride a bike? Like sometimes even there is nobody at home, and if there is a
yeah.
case of emergency or something, so we need to take someone to hospital or something, and there is a bike, so we must be that much talented and confident to ride the bike. Like we really need to change our society.
Seriously, you are very right. You are very right. Because Laiba, as you have given the examples, if you see any fields of life, you talk about biker or a cyclist, or if you talk about a doctor and a driver, there is a big stereotype that these all professions are even, they are tagged with the male numbers. That if there is a doctor, it will be a male doctor. If there will be a driver, it cannot
Absolutely.
be a woman taxi driver. So why not? Why don't we finish this stereotypes? Women can do anything. And such situations like I shared with you about my friend and my situation in the race competition. So in such places, obviously we feel a great mental stress and disappointment, and this all gender inequality affects mental well-being, and that's definite. Many people even commit suicide, for feeling weaker. So, what do you say about it?
Yes, gender inequality really affects mental health, mental well-being really badly. Men's nowadays are more likely to drink too much. They go to bars and stuff, and they take unhealthy risks and engage in violence. And these violence affect everyone. Many women and girls commit suicide due to feeling of shame and sorrow. Many people trans and gender are forced to feel and hide their gender identity when using services at school, work, and many other public places. I don't know why does this happen. They are at high risk of mental illness, verbal and physical abuse, or maybe social exclusion too. We need to build a comfortable cultural environment in order to promote gender equality, peace, and harmony, where everyone feels secure. What do you say?
Yes, absolutely right. Well, Laiba, our challenges are great and our will is stronger. Pakistan itself, is experiencing a revolutionary change in regards to gender equality, women empowerment, and leadership. Gender inequality is deeply rooted in our society and the source of domestic violence. It's a continuous cycle, which is keep on going and going. But in order to promote gender equality, we have to, take some major steps, which I would like to share with you. Practically, what we can do in order to achieve the gender equality in the society. Obviously, they're not very easy. They are challenging tasks, but we have to do it in order to bring the equality situation. And that is number one. I would like to share is the talk to women and girls. What we are doing right now through the platform of Global Peace Institute, I guess this is the best thing we have in 2020, whether in pandemic, that we discussed these major issues together with each other, and now we are ready to spread this awareness with others as well. So we need to
Yes, and
move forward and talk to
we
these
can start this
other
at home
girls
as
and
well.
women. Yes,
I said we
obviously,
can start
because
this
we
at home
have
as well.
many females at home. Like me,
Exactly.
I have
I'm
like
the
4 more. Yeah, and through the
I'm the
platform
eldest
of
at
this, yes,
home.
I
Exactly.
keep
I'm
on
the
talking
eldest
to
at
girls
home, and
about
what
it.
I do, Samreen, can you hear me? I
Hmm.
said I'm the eldest at home, and what I do is, because I'm given freedom from
Yeah.
everything, and I've done a job and everything. And my younger sister, she's a bit scary as well, and she's really scared to go out and something. So yesterday, what I did is that I took her out. My father was ill; he wasn't feeling well, so I took my sister out, and we went around 20 minutes far from here, and literally after you can't even imagine, after around 6 to 7 months, we went out of the house. Like it's pandemic going on, so no one goes out. So after 6 to 7 months today, I took her alone outside.
Hmm.
It was first time with me. Like I've experienced it first time as well. We went to the bank, we submitted a challan, and after that we went to my father's shop, which is around 20 minutes away from here, and that's an area where there is not so much traffic or so. You can say it's a silent area. And when we came back, she was like, Baji, I feel really nice today. We've done such a big thing. We did it. Like she was so happy, and we need to do such small practices to make our sisters confident, to make every girl confident, so that they can do anything when they need it.
Yes. So we have to look after these things. We have to make education gender sensitive. That's a very important topic where we need to
Exactly.
reinforce to our new generation that what are their roles and responsibilities in order to live a safe and sound life, and let others also live with peace and harmony. We need to raise the aspiration of girls and their parents. We need to empower the mothers so they further empower their girls. We have to give proper value to women's work. We have to appreciate the women at every platform, every office, every organization. We have to get women into power. They should come towards the leadership. If there can be a prime minister male, there can be a prime minister female, and I think New Zealand prime minister proved it. And we have to encourage the women into non-traditional vocations, which means that they can adopt any field. It is not associated with the male gender. Any job is not there which women cannot do, I guess. And we need to work together. This is another very important point. In order to bring this big change, I guess we need to make a huge unity chain in order to change all this. And we need to stop violence. Yes, we need to raise our voice. We
Correct.
don't have to stay quiet, and we need to deal with it. We need to tell to the people who are violating that this is wrong and they cannot do it. Until we will not be brave enough to speak loud, so then we will not be audible. So if
Absolutely.
we want, yes, yes, Laiba.
Even before discussing this topic, I was not brave enough to speak out. But then Malala Yousaf, her saying was so touchful to my heart. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. Absolutely. We really need to discuss and make out our voice louder so that everyone can hear and everyone's problems are solved. If I'm the lucky one who does not face it, maybe in my community, my neighbor face it, and I don't know. Like, really, we need to raise our voices. Absolutely. So,
Yes.
I'll be sharing my few things that I would say the ways to promote gender equality. So, basically, achieving gender equality will not happen overnight. We really need to work hard and we really need to work together with different communities, workplaces, schools, colleges, and different organizations, as you said, in order to build a culture of respect and fairness. And we can do it. It's just that we need to work for it. Moreover, all of you watching us today, I want to say you all are one that are going to play a role in ending up this gender inequality. And seriously, you all are. We all need to earn safety and freedom from gender-based violence. And here I would share something that I read. A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she gets into hot water. No doubt that we all have to face many challenges to enter, but when we are in this together, we can make everything possible. Now it is a time that we all
Definitely.
see gender as the spectrum. I used to study this in physics rather than seeing it rather than seeing it to two sets of opposing ideas. And I read it. This is by Emma Watson. So there are many ambassadors I would like to say who are breaking the stereotype, and I really appreciate them all. They are bringing up a bright and peaceful future. Would you like to share some?
Yes, well, I have one of there are very so many examples I have, but I would love to share a few of them where Upsal Foundation is doing a wonder, where they are working for table tennis and rest of the sports for the girls, and
Yeah,
from the
I'm working with them too.
and from very backward and conservative areas, they are bringing the girls forward, and even not only coaching and mentoring the girls but also their parents. And I guess this is really challenging, and they are doing it
Absolutely,
you
that
know
is.
absolutely very
Yes,
nicely.
Peshawar
And
is a
another
very backward
example.
area.
Yeah, true. And another example I would love to share about Shameen Obad, who is the award holder, and she is a filmmaker, and she has won the Oscar award for the filmmaking. So this is one of the example that women can do anything, and they can go anywhere for knowledge and for learning. And one of the biggest example is of Afa Karim, who is our youngest, Microsoft certified person. And in I guess she was 11 years old when she got this certificate, and she's no more with us, but we are so proud of her. One of the very amazing personality is Benazir Bhutto, who was the Pakistan's first woman leader, and really she brought up the country and looked after for years, and that's really a proud thing for us. Similarly, I would love to add a quote of our great leader, because he
Before you add
appreciated.
this, Before you add this,
Yes,
I would like everyone to know that I'm so glad to share about you as well, Samreen. Guys,
thank you.
Samreen is empowering the women through cycling at Girls Cycling Squad Pakistan. And she is really talented and she's very energetic. And I'm so proud of you. I'll be soon coming
Thank
to
you.
you, Islamabad, for this as well,
Most
cycling.
welcome.
So we have
You are
so
very.
many amazing talents around us that needs to be highlighted and appreciated. So, there are so many amazing women here around us that we might not know about them, but we have lots of talented girls in Pakistan. I would like to appreciate every one of them.
Indeed. That's the reason, Laiba, why youth is all should be given the opportunity and chances, because youth are those strength which can literally change, the world or any situation. So wherever we are giving these examples, these were the youngsters who changes, who prove that yes, they can finish the stereotypes and they can come forward. They can come up with their contribution and their talent and capability. And yes, when women come forward and win something for the country, so this is where we really feel proud in our heart. And as my great leader Qadi Azam said, that there are two powers in the world. One is sword and the other is pen. And there is a great competition and rivalry between the two. But there is a third power that is even stronger than that of the woman. So I'm really proud of my leader that he used to appreciate women at every platform like 70 years ago. But he always said that woman has the most important role, in the stability of the society. So I guess these 52% should come forward, and the rest of the percentage should also work together in order to finish the gender inequality and make this place safe and full of equality.
Absolutely. Here, I would like to salute all the women out there watching this, and me and Samreen would say something to you guys. So, together we can, and together we will. We are all change makers.
Change
So,
makers.
stay tuned for more episodes of Girl Peace Talk. And honestly, guys, you all can change the world. Just stand out and raise
Definitely.
your voices. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you.